I am Nero Bala Binshak from Panshin local government. Well, the journey has been so interesting because music help in boosting our brains. So I have passion in music because it boosts my brain. As a lecturer, when I read, sometimes I read while I listen to music. So when I sleep in the night, I will have songs flowing into my brain, and many a times I have new songs that inspired me to at least starting my album. I feel since God has been giving me new songs, especially in dreams. During the night when I'm sleeping, new songs will be flowing to me, and I feel I should do it. And it's not interfering with my work in any way. Okay, the miraculous survival of the accident I had on the 1st of August 2008 has helped me a lot. Honestly, as a person, the relationship I had with my husband, I hardly believe that I will live an hour after him. But the way God made it, how I survived that accident, imagine 10 people died and I was the only one who survived. So anytime I'm mourning my husband, something will just cross my mind that God has a reason for keeping me alive. And that has given me hope. It has given me strength. Even when I'm down, I'll just remind God of that miraculous deliverance, and I'll discover that I'll just be fine. I'm a medical parasitologist, and as I said earlier on, it doesn't interfere my work. It doesn't interfere with my work because my music ministry, I normally have that one at my own leisure time, but when it is time for my duty where I work, I don't compromise it. I make sure I am always there on duty. Well, as an academician, I know that I can't avoid furthering my education. And as life goes on, as an academician, I know that I have to step up. If not, my junior colleagues will come and overtake. Though overtaking is allowed, but my policy is that when I step into something, I don't believe in going back. Well, honestly, there are challenges, but God's grace has been sufficient. As a widow, being the father and the mother of the children, and so many things are involved in it. But thank God, God has helped me. When I lost my husband, I had to stop my education to train my children. And after training them, the first finished his secondary school, at least I now have a space for me to start to further my education. I started my master's degree when my firstborn finished his secondary school. Then the secondborn, when she finished her secondary school again, I just pick up my PhD degree. I have to balance up so that it doesn't affect my studies, does not affect the studies of my children. God has helped me to balance it. My strength, of course, is only from God, because there are a lot of challenges. But like I said earlier on, anytime I'm faced with challenge, I will always remind God. Sometimes I will pray directly to God. I say, God, you did not remove me out of that accident to come and let me face shame. And once I think of that miracle God gave me during that accident, it gives me a lot of strength. And God says again that He is my provider, He is my strength. God has given me hope that anytime I call on him, he will answer me. And there's never a time that when I kneel down and pray, God will not answer me. In fact, there was a time I had to pay my son's school fees. I wondered how I would be able to cope. That day I wept, but at the end of the day, in the process of weeping, I just slept off. Then something just tapped me. I just woke up and miraculously somebody sent a text message that I should send my account details. And you see, God has been so wonderful to me. So my hope and my strength is always in God. The message I have, if you listen to my songs, they are mostly appreciative. Like my first album, it was a prayer, Karfafani. That was the time I lost my husband, and God really encouraged me. It was a prayer. Then the second album is titled Alheri Allah. That is the grace of God. So I always share my testimonies to people through songs. If you listen to my songs, you know what God has done to me. Then for the recent songs now, since God has given me the strength, it is a kind of an encouragement. As a widow, I have known what it means to lack. Though I work, but sometimes I will not have food. But God will provide it miraculously. So I now tell people, I advocate that people should learn to help the needy, those that are around. I am working, but sometimes I lack. I will not have even 1,000 naira. So I begin to think of a widow that does not work, a widow that doesn't have anything to boast of. So it makes me to at least sing a song to advocate for the needy, for the widow. Sometimes if somebody gives me 1,000 naira, that 1,000 naira will look like 1 million to me. So like my recent song, I said, Naso. That Naso talks about helping people, a true religion. True religion talks about helping the needy, helping the orphans, helping the widows. We should love one another. And because of the challenges I have faced, though God has been seeing me through, so I feel I should tell people, I should remind people through my song. I can't stand on the pulpit, but I know that when I sing, I send such messages to people through my songs. I would like to say I really thank God because of that. I have met students with challenges, and sometimes when you enter the class, you discover that a student will look like he's absent-minded. And at those times, I have met some of the students. Sometimes if I discover that the student is absent-minded, I'll come close to the student to find out what the problem is. And some of these students, when you come close to them, you will get to know that they have challenges. And God has helped me a lot. I have made most of my students my friends. And I feel the lecturing work that I'm doing is the best place for me to be. Right from the work I started, when I started work, my students have always been my friends. It may surprise you that on my wedding day, my first chairman was a student. My ladies in waiting were students. My cake waiter was a student. My first chair lady was also a student. I've been so close to my students because I know that without the students, I cannot be there. And without me, the students cannot be there. The students and the lecturers, we are partners in progress. And another good experience I've had with some of my students. There was a day I was so depressed. That was around 2017. I was so depressed. I was just weeping within me. Then 3 of my students just came They noticed that I was not smiling as usual. So they just blocked me. And they said, Mommy, if you not smile today, we will not leave you. Surprisingly, I just laughed while inside I was shedding tears. And believe me, those students made my day. So these are some of the experiences I've had as a lecturer and in the lecturer-students relationship. It is a very good thing. When you are lecturing, you associate with your students, you enjoy it. Being into the music ministry itself has shaped me. Because as a music minister, I know that it is not every corner that I will enter. So as I sing, anytime I want to do something, I will remember, what if they see me in this corner? If somebody sees me in that corner and as a music minister, will it be okay? Will it be good? My music ministry has shaped me a lot. It has helped me to discipline myself. Then as a lecturer, you know, students know us here and there. There's no place that you enter without meeting one or two of your students. So my career has helped in shaping me, because I know as a lecturer, I should mind what I do when I'm with people. As a music minister, I should know what to do. I should make sure what I do portrays the gospel that I'm preaching through music. Based on my experience, you know, everybody has his own cross to carry. And they said experiences are teachers. But based on my own experience, I'll advise, or I have this to tell my audience, my brothers and sisters out there, there's no place to go apart from Jesus. There's one of my songs that says, Rike Yesu Gam Gam. You see, if you don't hold Jesus, there is no place you find peace. Even in times of challenges, there is nobody that will help you out of challenges apart from Jesus. The Bible says the devil is moving like a roaring lion, seeking for whom to devour. That verse in the Bible is very true, because I discovered that I'll face a challenge. Once that challenge is over, the devil will show up in another form. If I block that side, he will show up in another form. So the only advice is we should hold on to Jesus. There is nothing more than that. Though there are times that you feel like, is this God with me? But let me tell you, even when you don't see it, even when you don't feel it, even when you don't feel that Jesus is with you, Jesus is walking behind the scene. In every adversity, in every challenges, Jesus is always there with you. I have, like the recent songs that I have, I intend to do the videos. Though some of the songs are online, like Yesu Baze Barniba is online, He Has Shown Me Love is online, and Naso is also online. But generally, my dream is to have a family worship team where I'll have a set of instruments, because God has blessed me, and my children too. They have the talents too. So anytime we come together, we sing songs, and in fact, my intention is to have a family worship group. Though we already have the name already, it is Richang Music Walk. But subsequently, my hope is that we have instruments of our own, and I know with that, people will be coming around. You know, music heals. So that is my intention. I have a Facebook page, Nenny B Bala. It's NENNY B Bala is Bala. Then I also have Nenrot Binshak, NENROT BINSHAK. I am also on TikTok. The TikTok name is Nenrot Binshak. I've already spelled it. Then I'm also on Instagram. The name is Nenrot Binshak. Well, my goal, as I've earlier on said, is to have a family worship group, which I earlier on said the name is already Rikshank Music World, and to set up a studio where we can play live music. Because sometimes when you go for programs, playing soundtrack may not really give you what you want, because playing soundtrack will restrict you. But when you play your music live, you'll be open to saying so many things as the spirit leads. So my plan is to have my music band that I'll be playing live music to the glory of God.